Bob Shaban makes a living by the lakeside of the Victoria waters. When there is scarcity of water in Kitubulu, where he hails from, most residents rush to the lake.
They find the water close to the shore dirty, so I take off my shoes and get it for them from a distance.
He charges 5,000 shillings, about $2 for a 20-litre jerrycan of water.
My life is never in danger because I go to the deep end where it's clean.
Water is not the only commodity he fetches for the residents. Sand is another.
The residents use it for scrubbing saucepans, sinks and tiles.
The lakeside is his office, but he detests the dirtiness around. Some call this part of the lake Lake Kitubulu because it is in their area and most rely on it for water. For some it is a second home, even when environmentalists fear that their activities could destroy it.
They should draw water through pipes and wash and then hang their clothes, but they shouldn't wash from within the lake. Lake Victoria, being one of the largest lakes in the world, has a protection zone of 200 meters. The understanding is if you wash from the 200 meters away, the water you pour should be sieved by the wetland that is there naturally to protect the lake from waste reaching the lake.
Some do fish, even when the result is this: catching immature fish. It is practically the only beach area open to the public at no cost. However, over the years, it has become environmentally unfriendly to its users, who nevertheless are still loyal to it. But this doesn't mean that they don't abhor the new developments. Proskovia Vickman, working with Save the Planet, a community-based venture in Entebbe sensitizing the public on environmental protection, is concerned.
Look at the beach area. Look at the water itself right now. It's dirty. It means that the industries that are around the lake, they are sending in raw, unfiltered, or whatever you want to call it. It's not clean water back to the lake. They take clean water from the lake, they send back the rubbish.
Most of the paths are rotting and the walkways are filled with water. These some attribute to vandalism.
And what happens is the water now will just go through the soil, and the next thing you are going to see that the road is going to be eaten up.
Some of the cleaners at the beach say it is the water that erodes them.
I had my boss Kasumba on phone telling the environmental authorities in Entebbe to come see how the water was washing away the paths.
Suleit Kalanzi from Nippon, a company which cleans this beach, is puzzled by the constant waste by the shores of Lake Victoria.
It must be climate change. The dirt isn't from here. It is either brought by God or the lake from wherever.
I really want you to look at the water right now. Kitubulu used to be clean area for anybody else. If you are passing through to the airport or back, you'd sit here for a few minutes. Right now you can't.
She says that even private-owned beaches are not well managed, with beach goers littering at will.
People turn up in Entebbe on the weekends. You will see water bottles. Actually, even now, look at down here. There are already plastic things in the lake.
Entebbe municipality is in charge of this beach, and the environmental activists now want signs labeling the area as a litter-free zone to be put along the shores, not just at Kitubulu.
We're not having that. So we are saying as a community, let's get out, try to get everybody else understand why the lake is important for each one of us.
This channel takes dirty water straight into the lake, and some stagnate along the shores, forming their own pattern. Smaller ponds have started forming by Victoria.
We called the environmental officer. They told us, yes, when it smells and when the water is dirty, it means there's pollution.
Wash-off and silt from the surrounding areas. The lake shore of Victoria is highly populated. It's one of the most highly populated lake shores in the world.
To make matters even worse, on top of the filth that is always around the edges of the lake, the water hyacinth is also starting to eat its way onto the waters. Uganda has been battling this aquatic weed, the water hyacinth, for the past 2 decades. Its impact can be severe. reducing water levels, cutting off oxygen from aquatic organisms, especially fish, and also makes transport on the water very difficult. Already, the shores of what residents here call Lake Kitubulu are giving out a foul smell. Florence, NTV, ECOTALK.